Yeah, that's a good question. We had the chart with us, and we did, and I'm going to not talk about it anymore because it takes away from the game.
Coach, earlier this week you said you were going to change up the pregame routine to kind of start trying to get the team starting off faster. Now that the game's all said and done, would you like to share how you changed the routine?
Well, I mean, all you have to do is watch warm-ups. I mean, most people don't watch a warm-up. We warmed up differently than we have in the past. We did a lot more team stretching and all that sort of thing, whether in the past we didn't do any of the team stretching. Basically what we did was warm up just like we do before practice. Instead of a pregame warm-up, we just did what we do every day in practice.
Did you feel like that really helped the team get off faster?
To be honest with you, I don't think that made a darn bit of difference. I think our players were ready to play, and I thought they played very, very well. I think they were excited. I think they were physical. I think they flew around and acted like the football team I thought they could be. And we're not near as good as we're going to be, but that's a good start.
Can you break it down a little bit, Rocky, what you were really pleased with and things maybe a little more work?
Well, no, there's a lot of things to be pleased with. I thought that, of course, we won't see another triple option team until Air Force, but I thought the defense played really, really well. I thought they went out there in the second half, one series of downs that we didn't play as hard as we needed to, and they drove it down and scored. But to control a wishbone team like that, you don't see that very often. And then I thought our offense, we caused a couple turnovers early in the game, and our offense stuck it in the end zone. And our offense was able to run the ball, and once we got running the ball pretty well, Ryan and the receivers started connecting. We dropped a few passes early, but we started catching the ball really well after that. And I thought we made a huge improvement from game one to game two. It's really fun to have a lead. The most exciting part, I mean, obviously the most exciting part is the winning, but the next most exciting part is how many students we had there. I mean, from the first year I got here, when there was maybe 50 students over there, that student section was unbelievable tonight. And guess what? I even looked up there in the third quarter, and most of them were still here. Usually they're gone by halftime, but they seemed to still be here in the third quarter, and then they got a little bored with the game. I think they left for the fourth at the start of the fourth quarter. But it's nice to be ahead so you can check to see how many students are there. It's the only reason you play well on both offense and defense. If your scout team gives you a legitimate look at what you're going to see on game day, you prepare better. If they don't give you a legitimate look, then you're not really well prepared. And obviously they must have given us a great look because we look pretty good on offense and defense tonight. I thought our kickoff coverage, our kickoffs were a little short early. Our coverage was pretty good. I thought we could cover the last couple kickoffs a little bit better. The punting game was fine. There was I think only one poor punt in the group, and we missed 2 field goals. So the field goals weren't good enough.
Ryan, how do you feel like the offense is coming along, especially the passing game?
I think it's coming along well. We came out, we ran the ball very well to start the game, so I think that opened up a lot of the stuff, play action stuff downfield. Those guys blocked really well today, and it turned out good.
Any other questions?
All right.
Yes, career high tackles. Talk about your high.
Just got to give a bunch of credit to Coach Long and the scheme, defensive scheme that they had planned, and we just went out there and executed how we were supposed to. Wish we would have shut them out, but you got to give all respect to Army. I mean, they're a great team, and I think we just came to play, and we're physical.
And what kind of statement do you think tonight says about this team moving forward?
We can be really good. We can be really good. And I think it's kind of scary, but it's exciting. It's exciting.
I think we're just scratching the surface. we had a really good week of practice this week. Like Coach said, with the scout teams giving us a great look. And I think, if we just keep preparing the way we did this past week and showing it on Saturday, we can be a pretty good team.
Ryan, Izell had like a really good night. I mean, and you seem to look to him a lot. Was he just getting open more, or was it just the way your passing was coming out in terms of your release?
Yeah, a few of those, they were just hitches. He took them for, I think, 60 yards on one of them. And that's my job. I have a lot of playmakers around me, and I just want to get the ball in my hands and, let them run with it.
Were you making like a concerted effort to sort of sit in pockets and be more patient tonight? It looked like you just were doing that a little better than last game.
Yeah, I want to be a passer first, and, that's what I tried to do this week, and, it was great blocking up front.
Is a lot of the stuff you do based on off play action, establish the run, try to get, to create some space for the receivers?
Definitely. That's what you saw tonight. We came out, run the ball very well, and it opens up stuff downfield. Guys were getting behind their players, and it was more of a cushion. So I think it went well.
Coach, how do you think the offensive line did? You said that they would probably make a huge amount of progress from game 1 to game 2.
I think Ryan mentioned it first. First of all, you don't run the ball very well unless the offensive line's blocking very well. I don't think you pass it very well if the quarterback's under duress and he's scrambling around with people in his face all the time. So I thought our running backs ran hard, and I thought Ryan threw the ball well, and I think the second half we caught the ball well. Okay? But being an old quarterback myself, none of that works unless your offensive line has a good night. So I think the offensive line played extremely well.